coming. We're so happy to be here with the Free Press of Bangladesh. We support you and appreciate you very, very much. My name is Terry Easley. I'm the head of mission for the team, and I'm very excited and proud to introduce to you Alexander. Mr. Gray is the former Deputy Assistant to the President of the United States.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for the opportunity to be here in Bangladesh and for this group to be able to participate in the parliamentary election. It was a great honor. We are a group of international observers with diverse professional backgrounds from 7 countries, including the United States, who have observed the 12th National Assembly elections of Bangladesh. On January 7th, 2024, we were divided into 3 groups and observed over 20 polling stations in or near Dhaka. The international community has a keen interest in and an expectation of free and fair elections in Bangladesh and the success of Bangladesh's democratic governance. This team of international observers witnessed voting from 8 a.m. until the polls closed at 4 p.m. Talking to voters in the polling stations, we found they did not face any obstacles in voting. We did not hear or see reports or indications of voter intimidation by any entity, party, or candidate. We observed, particularly outside of Dhaka, positive indications of significant voter turnout. While we did not witness instances of violence or disruption, we have seen media reports of such instances across Bangladesh, and we have expressed to the appropriate authorities our concerns. However, as stated, none of us have personally observed anything other than a fair, transparent, and accountable election in line with democratic norms, international standards, and Bangladesh's local circumstances. Thank you very much.
I'm a member of the news media, and unfortunately, as members of an election observer team, we are very limited into the comments that we can make. We have to maintain strict political impartiality. And we are going to make a report, and our report will be public. It will be turned in within 30 days, probably 2 weeks from now. We will give you all of our findings, and importantly, we will give you recommendations that we feel are important for your democracy. But it's very difficult for us to get too deep into the woods with you all because of our code of conduct that we have signed with the Election Commission of Bangladesh, which requires us to maintain strict political impartiality. So we've made our statement to you today, and we're going to issue a formal report that'll be very comprehensive, and this report will also include, we think, important recommendations for your democracy. And we'll make sure that that's made public, and you'll all get access to that. So I'm afraid that's about all we can say, and I apologize for that, but that's the world that we live in, and that's the code of conduct that we operate under. So I want to thank you all for coming.
Anyway, what about the terms of credibility? In terms of credibility?
Again, that's not our mandate. We don't determine whether it's credible or not. We just determine, is it fair, is it safe, and is it free? And our observation is, honestly, that it was fair and it was safe and it was largely free. I mean, largely safe. It's definitely fair and free that we have seen. It was very impressive the way your election commission put things together. Now, we are not partisan, and so we have to maintain our strict impartial judgment regarding this election. Our role is just to come, to observe and report. And what I'm telling you is that our report will be issued within 30 days, and it will include everything that you need to know from us, and it will also include what I think are going to be some important recommendations that we're going to make that will, I think, improve your democracy and your process.
It was very important for us to follow strict guidelines of professional observation and what we've observed on the day as an Australian, former Assistant President of the Legislative Council in New South Wales. What we've observed was that it was free and fair and was very safe. We were able to walk in to 7 different polling stations within Dhaka and outside of Dhaka and did not see, hear or witness any evidence of violence or influence of any form other than the opportunity for us to speak to polling station officers and voters. And they were free to speak. And we were able to ask them questions and they were able to answer questions without any hesitations. So we found that as observers as very encouraging for the people of Bangladesh. And I concur with what Mr. Easley said. Congratulations to the people of Bangladesh for ensuring that you have a very safe and important election for the people of Bangladesh. And I had one more thing that I was extremely impressed with the fact that there were many women that turned up to vote. And they were freely able to cast their vote without any impediments. And as an Australian, where we would have 2 weeks of pre-poll and then the election day, which takes it to about 11, what takes 5 days, 10 days, 11 days of elections, we would have a mandatory elections. The people of Bangladesh to turn out and be able to vote is a credit to the people of Bangladesh and to the political system here. So it's important that you recognize that we are merely professional observers giving you the professional observations of the election day only.
Good morning. I feel compelled to add some information. I came here a neutral observer, but I will leave a big supporter of Bangladesh. I'm so impressed with the progress that the country is making. But the question I have responds to the question that the media seems to continually ask about the voter turnout. And I said, how can that be meaningful when Bangladesh has the shortest term voting hours from 8 to 4, and most countries have many days of voting, so naturally the turnout number will be much higher. And so I don't understand, if you don't put that into context, it's almost meaningless. But anyway, it's been a great experience, great colleagues here, tremendous free press turnout. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
We as an international observer team has not received a single complaint, not one. And we told people early on, if you see something, say something, and say it to us. And nobody has reported anything to us. I will say this, that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. If you have evidence that something has happened that is wrong, fraudulent, or irregular, we want to see it. And you can send that to us, and we'll certainly investigate it. They maintain. Did I say they maintain international standards? I didn't.
I said that.
Oh, you said that. Okay.